Hola clase, bienvenidos a la lección del presente progresivo, or the ing in Spanish. And I apologize that your textbook leaves the ing until the very end of the course because it's incredibly useful and very fun for most students to use. So, now you get it. Unfortunately, it's the very end of the class, but I hope you enjoy it just the same. So, todo esto está en la página 174 de sus libros. You can follow along if you would like. Muy bien. So, the star plus presente progresivo is called the gerundio. That's the name of the verb phrase. But you really don't need to know that. You may need to know it, like recognize the name for quizzes and stuff. It may say fill in the blank with the proper gerundio form of whatever verb. But other than that, it just means the ing. So just think of the ing as the gerundio. So in English, like swimming, dancing, singing, flying. Now, this verb is used only because something is presently progressing. We don't use it as quite as often as we do in English. So like you only do it for things that you're emphasizing the fact that something is happening at the moment. And for AR verbs, you put ANDO. For ER verbs and IR verbs, you put INDO. So the ING is the NDO, and then you just keep the vowel from the original verb for that part of it. So, just a couple things to remember. If an IR verb has a stem change in the regular form, then it generally has a stem change also in the gerundio form. And there's only like two of these that we really need to worry about. The limited usage I already talked about, and reflexives in the gerundio function the same as infinitives, and we'll show you that on the next page. Alright, so irregulars. Well, okay, let's go back here. So if a verb, so let's look at the verb hablar, for example. Write down on your note paper hablar, and then just do a little arrow and change it to hablando, hablando. So you just change the AR to the ANDO, and it becomes, instead of to speak, it's speaking. But you always have to make sure you're putting I am speaking, you are speaking, he, she, or it is speaking, we are speaking, they are speaking. So that's what the star does when you combine it with the ing. And the same thing happens for the ER and the IR. So like comer is comiendo, vivir, viviendo. Alright, so there's a couple of irregulars. There's not very many. Leer, it has a Y in it because otherwise it would just be L-E-E-N-D-O, which is kind of hard to pronounce. So it's leyendo. And so any verb with an IR ending, as we mentioned on the last page, have a stem change in the regular form. They also have a stem change here too. So for example, dormir is an O to U, so it's durmiendo. Pedir, servir, pidiendo, sirviendo, vistiendo. Pronouns then can stay on the end or go to the beginning. So just like the infinitives that we did with the reflexives, we want to say Carlos is getting himself dressed. You say Carlos está vistiéndose. Or you can move the se to the front and just say Carlos se está vistiendo, whichever one you want. You can use the gerundio con más verbos with pasar tiempo, So, like, for example, so not just with a star is what I'm saying. So you can use pasar tiempo with the gerundio. For example, pasas mucho tiempo viendo la televisión. Do you spend a lot of time watching TV? Do you spend a lot of time playing video games? Pasas mucho tiempo jugando videojuegos. Seguir o continuar. Do you continue studying Spanish next year? ¿Sigues estudiando español el próximo año? Or continúes, or digo, yeah, continúas estudiando español el próximo año. And then also you can say, do you have fun doing something? ¿Te diviertas mucho tocando el piano or jugando videojuegos? Do you have fun playing piano or playing video games or passing time with your family? So pasando tiempo con tu familia, etc. Alright, I hope that makes sense. I'm going to make a video of some examples because I think that they'll be necessary, but I forgot to put that slide in, so I'm going to have to do a separate video of it. Muy bien, hasta pronto y